ears hear the sound of time, stories weaving words that climb, whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf babble, take the stage, turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare, a podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring, dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures waiting just one word away, from Austen's romance to Hemingway. Gather round, it's the bookish delight, unfold the tales under podcast light.
Hello everyone, you're welcome in Bookshelf Babble podcast live session in HelloTalk application. Here we talk about books and related topics. And this live session I host on HelloTalk application where people around the world learn languages. Let's go to start new session. If you're not familiar with this application, I want to tell some words. It's very cool platform and the resources where people possibly create like a video and voice room. For example, I'm created voice room that has name What Book Are You Reading. If you use this application, just find this voice room and join to our talk. Let's go and wait some first participant who can join to us. Today I just need to mention that I'm streaming on YouTube this live session. Okay, I mentioned this and we just wait when someone joined to us today. And wait, for me, I just mentioned I still reading two books. First book that has name The Road, and second book has name Humans of New York. It's just some kind of photo album where photographer takes a photo of strangers on the street and writes some, and after the photos they just interview them and ask some several questions, and this photo album is just some kind of compilation of latest stories, some strangers. I like this kind of format, and I like to watch photos. I like to see a photo and read some 1, 2, 5 sentences about some kind of thoughts of this person, and just imagine like environment where these people tell these words. It's some word what I am reading in current moment. It's two books. I think so, especially for Humans of New York. It's very interesting concept and I very like it. Okay, we just wait when someone joined to us. Maybe and this time I just show how this book look like. In this book It's very nice. It's very high rating. It's very nice book. I'm very enjoyed. Okay. We just still wait when someone join to us to talk about books. Yeah. Hey, hello. You're welcome. If you want to talk about books, just raise your hand and I will add you to conversation here. If you want to listen, just stay here and you can write the questions and we can just chat. What do you want and what do you prefer? I just mentioned and I wrote before, but I just duplicate and I try to stream this session on YouTube. If you like to watch, just follow this link and you can find the live stream of this session. And also you can find some previous sessions too, if you like to watch YouTube. And first question that I like to ask people, what book are you reading in current moment? Can you write name of the book, or maybe you just completed one book? It will be nice to know what book are you reading. If you talk about me, I'm reading an current moment book that has name Humans of New York. Yeah. You just can see this book, and I can want just tell some word about this book. It's some kind of photo album, contained a lot of photos of strangers from New York, and photographer, when they took the photo, they just like to take the interview from the strangers and ask them some several questions, and in this photo album alongside these photos present some kind of thought of this person. Yeah, it's very interesting to read. It's just combination of photo, thoughts and context where this photo was made. I very like and appreciate this book and I recommend it. It's just like to a very good visual book with very good content. Yeah, it's about me. It will be nice to know what book I am reading in current moment. Just write in comments here. It will be nice to know. If you want to talk, just raise your hand and I will add you to conversation here. And also, if you like watch YouTube, I provide I duplicate. I want to provide link on YouTube live session of this session. Okay, I just need to find where it's located. Yeah, I found. Okay, and you're welcome to join here to talk. Just raise your hand. If you're not reading now some book, you can just like to mention one book what was inspired you and last, and tell some word about why this book will like to attract your attention. It will be now. It will be interesting to know some word. Yep. And second book what I still reading that has name The Road. It's I'm planning to complete this book and after watch the film again. Film that was made based on the main plot of this book. Yeah, it will be nice if you like to write some name of the book what inspired you in the last maybe year or 10 years. I don't know. It's yeah, it will be nice if you mention some book, because I like to get new suggestions and add the suggestion to my future reading list. Yeah, yeah. uh, I'm not sure I'm like it, because it's some novels some very depressive. Yeah, but I think it's just some kind of classic. In this case, I have one book what I want to reread. This book it's was written before George Orwell 1984, and I think George Orwell used some like base ideas from this book. Because when you read this book, you can like to find a lot of similarities. I just provide name of this book. Just second. I will try find name of this book. Yeah, I find and just show this book too. Let's go and sorry, just second. Yeah, I copy it and go to here. Yeah, I can recommend it book that has name We. Evgeny Zamyatin. It's just like to Russian writer on first part of 20th century. Some kind of this book is some very similar by like to main plot with George Orwell 1984. And when you will read this book, you will be like very surprised how a lot of ideas George Orwell took from this book. And yeah, and the book is very interesting. I recommend it for reading. Yeah, I have this book in my bookshelf, and I'm planning to reread this book again. It's some interesting point. This book was written in 1920, and reading it's very actual, because it not contain a lot like to reference some kind of modern technology or something like this, but it describes the future and very actual and very interesting. It's it's not feeling like this book was written like 100 years ago. Okay, I have like one additional question. Maybe it's some typical, but do you like to read books when you see some kind of interesting film, and after when the film ended, you can find this, that this film was made by book? Do you have like to urge to read book on base film was made? Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, for me sometimes when I know some kind of films was made on based on some book, I try to read the book first, and just after watch the film. Okay. 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 Um, I think it's some complicated question about writer. I just like good books. Mm, it's uncomplicated to for one writer finds some two or maybe three very good books. Very often one writer has like one book that made him like too famous. Another book may be slightly more successful or not made well, and I'm just focusing on books. But if you do that regularly, it's uncommon. In the last maybe last year, I was impressed by Haruki Murakami and one of his book that has name 1QA4. Yeah, I was very impressed by this book, and in some interesting, this book is not mentioned like one of the best of this author, and but for me it was very interesting. I like to enjoy it, and yeah, maybe for current moment, for current for current day, is one of my favorite writer, and I want to read several additional his books in future, maybe in next or after one book. Do you read some Haruki Murakami's book? If you read, just what book did you read? And I can just like to mention one moment about this book. I am reading on like English transcription, and this book I'm reading this book very simple, and this book has a lot of pages, but I didn't feel some complicated for reading. I don't know why. Like my idea, because it was written originally on Japanese language just after translated, and when translation happened, very often translator, it's not like to native Japanese speaker or native like to English speaker. And result of this, many words in construction just translated in a more simple way. And for me, it was like very simple for reading. I can compare with another book was written by like to true native speaker from USA or from Britain. And when I'm reading this book, it's really hard to read freely. You should be every time translate some word, a lot of very strange and complicated phrases you cannot understand. But if you even if you translate it, you should be just like try to map on your mother language to correctly understand the context of these sentences. In this case, it's like to translate it on English book. It's look very simple for reading. It's just like my feeling on experience of reading several books on English. About country, can you like to clarify your question? Yeah, okay, I understand your question. I am from Belarus, but now I'm living in Sweden. Yeah. It's like to my flag. Okay, I have one additional question. If you have a chart, I just ask you, can you suggest like one book what show life in your country? Or maybe action happen in your country, or maybe main character of from your country. I know. I very simple can find some kind of suggestion in the internet, or just ask ChatGPT and they like to suggest me 10 books about with answering my question. But I like to when people just suggest something from their experience. And I like to read this kind of book because very often this book has like a context of like to local context where the action happen. Yeah. Just a second. I should answer. For example, I completed last month's book that has name Fever, and this book was written by South African author or author from South Africa, and main action of this book happened in South Africa, and I very like it because in book present a lot of like to local context, like to places, name of the cities, name of the like to tribe what live in this territory, and very like to context connected to real place. And I enjoy this because it's helped to understand how people live in some countries. It's one of the reasons why I ask people this question, because I like to find some kind of book what show like some ordinary life in some part of the world. In this case, I like another book what suggest me Nigerian students. The book has name The Half of Yellow Sun, and this book show and describe like some main plot what happened in Nigeria in 16th of 20th century, and for me it was very I was very impressed with this book, and I understand and saw how people live in Nigeria in this time. Yeah, if you some book you get in your mind, just right here. I know sometimes this question is some confusing other people, but from my side, I can suggest one book. Yeah, from my side, I can suggest book that has name The Second-Hand Time by Svetlana Alexievich. And this book is describe how people live in Soviet Union when this country disappear and how their life change. This book some kind of compilation of real story from people from different countries, post-Soviet countries, and some stories from my country too. Yeah, and I think this book is some very sad because describe very like to sad topics, some kind of conflicts, national conflicts, wars, and show how like to life of some peoples dramatically changed during like 1 or 2 years. But I think it's a very good example to show how people live in Soviet Union when it disappeared. Yeah, I agree. And for me, Egypt is just like to some kind of combination, some kind of cliche, like to tourist guide from like to famous place. But for me, it's some hardly imagine how real people live in this country, in your country. Okay. Did you write some name of the book? Okay. Um, I don't know. Do you know the English letter name of translation? Because it's complicated to find. Or maybe you can type name of the author. I will try to find. Okay. try to find. Okay, I find his profile in Instagram, but some complicated to find some more detail on English. Maybe I just try to search through the Instagram and find some translation if you're present. Okay, I just okay, yeah, I will try to search some information and try to find some maybe some translations. Yeah, thanks for suggestions. Yeah, I will try to find something. Okay, yeah, but I think it's I need sometimes just for go through the to Instagram, Facebook for search result to find some reference on books. Yeah, thanks for your help. If I have some problem, I will know where I can ask the help. Yeah, I think my time is left for today. But I try to be regularly here in HelloTalk. Sometimes I started the live session on YouTube if you like it, and you can watch the previous talk here. I provide the link to be connected with you. Just follow me and you will notify when I started next voice room, or just subscribe on YouTube, and yeah, I create the announcement too. Okay, thanks for your time, thanks for nice conversation. I think it was very productive, and it will be nice to hear next time by voice here. Okay, see you next time, and goodbye. Okay, okay, our session is done. I think it was interesting experiencing again, just to solo live session when I just talk and answer the question, but I think it's nice. I like it, and I like to you watch this video. If you like it, just put like or write your feedback under the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, because I put announcement every time when I start live session. Yeah, keep in touch, and see you next time in Bookshelf Babble live session podcast on HelloTalk. Goodbye.
Flip the pages, hear the sound of time. Stories weaving words that climb. Whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf Babble, take the stage. Turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare. A podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring. Dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures waiting just one word away. From Austen's romance to Hemingway. Gather round, it's the bookish delight. Unfold the tales under podcast light.